Hello, this is Father Aaron Westman with the Glen Mary Home Missioners, and this is your Missioner Moment. My brothers and sisters, this has been a tragic week here in the United States. I'm sure for the rest of the world that has been looking on the events here that have taken place in the U.S., many are feeling similar emotions to what folks are feeling here after what took place at the Capitol. A great sadness, an absolute disgust, outrage, disappointment, even disbelief at the events that took place, wondering how it's possible for this to have happened, to not have been prevented, and the real sadness that comes at seeing at the loss of life and the utter divisiveness that continues to exist here in this country. And I would say that, looking upon that, for all of the goodness that we do see in human beings, we can look upon those events and really wonder, my goodness, there's really something wrong with us as human beings. I mean, just think about what we've been given here in the United States and all the blessings that we've been given and the abundance that we've been given, the freedoms we've been given, and then to see that an event like what happened this week could take place, it really makes me, for sure, think about how it's possible that we as human beings somehow can do these things to each other. It really makes me long for this sense of rebirth, renewal, a rebirth of our nation and a renewal of each of our individual hearts in the face of what we see to be the evil that exists inside of us as human beings and the kind of social ontological reality of sin that exists that we can't seem to overcome on our own. Prior to the Judeo-Christian tradition, this whole sense of rebirth and renewal really didn't exist. I mean, if you look back at the general theme in the Greek tragedies, the sense was, well, why are these bad things happening, or why are these good things happening? Well, it's just really a matter of fate. They just happen because they happen. But within the Judeo-Christian tradition, and particularly looking at the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus, we see that rebirth can happen. It can take place. Indeed, God took the initiative to come into our world and to give us the grace that is necessary for us to overcome that which exists inside of us that really is not so good. We celebrate this weekend the feast of the baptism of our Lord Jesus Christ. And this feast, it really is a reminder and a time for us to reflect on the nature of our own baptism, or what baptism means. And at its very core, baptism means the chance for new life, to be reborn, if you will, the chance to put aside the old person that who we are and take on something new, to be transformed interiorly to be who God desires us to be. And the beauty of celebrating a feast this weekend is that we recognize that if we are Christian and if we have been baptized, it's a chance for us to say, am I responding to the grace of my baptism? Am I being renewed? Am I experiencing the rebirth that God desires to give me? But this is not a grace that is solely for Christians. But we believe that the power of the resurrection, the power of what Jesus has done, the grace from this goes out to all human beings. And they have the chance, in their freedom, to respond to it, to experience rebirth and renewal. My brothers and sisters, no doubt, especially us here in the United States in this moment, we need to see a rebirth of our nation, a renewal of each of our own individual hearts. But we can be hopeful because Jesus has done what is necessary. And the grace which we need to be reborn is waiting for us, if we might only, in our freedom, respond. God bless.